Welcome to another episode of Battle Axe. Inside the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, I'm Joey the Jaw Danya alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford. It is week number 4 of a 7-week regular season leading up to a double elimination postseason tournament. If you're new to the program, let's explain the rules of Battle Axe. All of those rings moving inwards towards the bullseye, they're worth 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points. The red dot, the bullseye, that is worth 6 points. And then those small blue dots on the outermost ring, that's what's called a kill shot. A player can go for a kill shot at any point during a match. If they hit the kill shot, they get 8 points. If they miss it, they get nothing. And here's everything, Bobby. It's what everyone's playing for.
Absolutely. The Bustin Axe World Axe Throwing League Championship belt. Some say forged by the gods, Joey. All competitors striving to take this thing home. Matt, the Magic Man Bradshaw, is the current champion. There's plenty of competitors looking to take home this belt for themselves.
It is absolutely breathtaking. Matt, the Magic Man Bradshaw, currently the man in possession of that belt, and he wants to keep it that way. Bradshaw looking to become the first back-to-back Battle Axe champion. And here is a look at the standings after 3 weeks of competition. Bradshaw, a perfect 12-0, averaging 56 points per game. Behind Bradshaw, it's Chris D'Onofrio, Casey Nines, Hannah Brussel, Eric Shizzle, Cody Yoakum, Sarah Fitting, Brandon Feenstra, Stephanie Prine, and Beth Jen rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, just a really good cast of competitors here, and everyone's just doing a great job of putting up some serious points.
Time for our first matchup here in week number 4. Haley Schur taking on Nancy Kramer. Let's get it on. Kramer and Schur touching tips of the blades, and we are set to go here in week number 4 on Battle Axe.
Yeah, Nancy coming in at 2-10.
For Haley, for Nancy.
Haley coming in at 4-8, but two of these competitors, they do a really good job, Joey. They're getting into that mid-40s average range, so they're definitely looking to step their game up, getting closer and closer to that 50 mark.
Consistency, the name of the game, and these two are looking to get better and better with the postseason right around the corner.
You see the axe getting away from Nancy there a little bit. Looks like a 3 there. Could be popping through on the bottom hand side of that blade, but it is ruled a 3. And, of course, Haley, her second league that she's been in here on Battle Axe, but she's adjusted her throw, so she's got a new throw for this league. So she's still trying to hone that thing in as well.
She's got a 1-point lead after the first couple of throws here.
Looks like a nice 5 there by Nancy to tie this thing up. Going into the 4th throw.
Best throw of this match so far, coming from Nancy Kramer.
And again, Joey, we've talked about it in episodes past. It's like any other competitor. They get stuck in that 4 ring. You know, that's a milestone for any competitor. But honing in on that 5 and 6 ring is really what's going to elevate everyone's game and get them to that next level.
Yeah, there's just so many talented players in this field. If you want to
1.
make a deep run in the postseason, you've got to get into that 5 and 6 range on a consistent basis.
You got to live there, Joey.
Exactly.
Yep, so the axe getting away from Nancy on her last throw, a 3 there. Nice response. That could be a 5 with the axe popping through on the top part of that blade. But a close call, and it is a 4, so Haley with a 1-point lead going into the turn here.
Yep.
Very close game.
Kramer and Schur will switch sides for the second half of action. See if they can keep things going here in the second half. Sometimes when you switch sides, it can be hard to keep in a rhythm, but
correct.
A couple more 4s from Kramer and Schur.
Yep, so Haley, the model of consistency right now, 6 straight 4s to give her a score of 24. Nancy with a 23 needs to find that 5 ring. Ooh.
That one gets away from Nancy Kramer.
Oh.
And Haley Schur might have just delivered a bullseye. Jenny's going to get a look, and it is a bullseye from Haley Schur, the first bullseye of this match, and it gives Schur a commanding 4-point lead with just 3 throws to go.
Yeah, Haley with a really nice release point there. You saw Nancy on her last throw, kind of holding on the axe just a little bit too much, and that was a nice throw there. Better release point. That could be a 5, Joey.
5 Nancy, 4 Haley.
And it is ruled a 5, so the bottom part of that blade popping through on that 5 ring. Nancy able to make up a point, making it 31-34 with 2 throws to go.
She's certainly within striking distance. She's got to hone in and try and get one in that 5 or 6 ring.
There's a 5, it looks like right there, Joey. Ooh.
5 Nancy, 5 Haley.
Well, Haley Schur with the answer. A 5 from Kramer And Shore says, here's a 5 of my
All
own
right, last
to
throw,
keep it a
Haley's up
3-point
by
game.
3.
Well, I don't want to jinx anybody here, Joey, but one of these things that these two competitors have done a really good job of is 0 drops. So we have only seen a couple threes, but 0 drops from this game, and hopefully I didn't just jinx them here. Looks like a 4 and a
Four
nice...
No jinx there, and looks like Haley Shore just pounded in a dagger. We'll see if
Four,
it's a
Haley.
5. No, it's a 4. Still a great round
All
for
right.
Haley
Good
Shore.
games.
She gets the
40
win over Nancy
43
Kramer,
Haley.
43-40.
Yeah, so a really nice job by both competitors. You can see really consistent scoring there by Haley. You saw those 6 4s that she started off the match with, but a nice bullseye there on her 7th throw to really kind of separate herself from Nancy. And Nancy doing a nice job of recovering from those 3s. You saw she had 3 3s in there, but also had 3 5s. So she's working on her game, moving in the right direction, and definitely something to build on.
Great consistency here from both Kramer and Shore. Well, we are about to get a look at a former Battle Axe champion. He's been throwing with his left hand ever since injuring his right hand a few seasons ago. Now he feels completely comfortable throwing with the left hand. Here's Eric Schizzle on throwing left-handed.
Well, I feel like my throw every single week is getting better and better with my left hand. I feel like it's almost more natural now. You know, like I'm not thinking that, oh, I'm at a disadvantage. It's more of that I'm just improving and keep improving, and now I don't even think about, you know, the fact that I had to switch anymore. You know, it's always it's just throwing. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I get better every chance I get. I practice every chance I get, so we'll be able to get right back up to the top in no time.
Eric Schizzle with big-time goals. He, of course, won a Battle Axe championship with his right hand. We'll see if he can do the same here with his left hand.
Absolutely. It's something we've talked about many, many times on this show, but just how impressive it is that he's made this transformation, and he's got that title belt in sight.
Brandon Feenstra ready to get things going here in week number 4, and he's going to take on Eric the Scope
You
Schizzle.
guys are good.
So, of course, Brandon, with his goal of being perfectly average, he's sitting there at 6-6. I think he's achieving his goal. He's also working to try to get closer and closer to that 50 average mark as well. Brandon's sitting around that 46, 48 average mark and looking to elevate his game. Not the greatest of starts, though, with that 3 on his first throw, Joey.
Yeah, that's a little below average for Mr. Average.
Well, and he knows that Matt the Thunder Haas is coming for that average spot as well.
4 and
So
bullseye, Brandon.
maybe that's sitting in the back of his brain, but a nice response there.
Yeah, it's a bullseye for Brandon Feenstra, and it's a 4 for Eric Schizzle. So we're all tied up at 9 after the first couple throws.
There you go. So a nice job by Brandon to come back with a bullseye after that 3 on his first throw.
Bullseye, Eric. 5,
There's a
Brandon.
great throw from Schizzle. Looks like a bullseye. And it is. Meanwhile, it's a 5 for Feenstra.
Yeah, the bottom part of that blade popping through on the 5 ring there for Brandon. He's fortunate that wasn't a 4. Still a 1-point game going into the 4th throw. Got to focus up and find that bullseye stroke.
4, Eric.
Ooh.
4, Brandon.
Very close, Joey. That could be a 5 popping through on the left-hand side of the blade there for Brandon.
All right, 5th throw.
But
Eric's up by
unfortunately,
1
it is a
point.
4. Still a 1-point game, though, going into the 5th throw. So it's really important for Brandon just to keep focusing on that 5 and 6 ring. Eric doing a really nice job of putting up some points here. Nice throw there
Bullseye,
by,
Eric.
Eric
Brandon.
the Scope.
Second bullseye of the match for Eric the Scope Schizzle. He will bring a 2-point lead into the turn, leading 25-23.
Yeah, the thing, Joe, that we've always talked about with every competitor, it's keeping that pedal to the metal, keep putting up the positive points,
Brandon,
keep
5,
that
Eric.
separation growing. So Eric was able to pick up a point there on Brandon. Now he's got to create a even larger gap.
Couple 5s here to start the second half from Schizzle and Feenstra. So it remains a 2-point lead for Schizzle.
4 and
Yep, and
4.
Brandon's got to be aggressive, and he's fortunate that Eric the Scope threw a 4 there. Brandon's got to eliminate these 4s if he wants to come back in this matchup.
A 34-32 lead for Eric the Scope Schizzle.
We wanted
He's
that
letting
one on
Feenstra
camera.
hang around.
Yeah, he's letting Brandon hang around, leaving that door open. And Joey, as we've seen in matches past, it doesn't take many throws to erase a deficit. So Eric's definitely playing with some fire here.
So now a 3-point lead for Eric the Scope Schizzle. 39-36, just a couple throws to go.
So really nice job there by Eric to create a 3-point lead. Brandon's got to do some work right now to make a comeback. A 4 He left the door open, and Brandon with a 5. It did make up a point.
So it's going to be a 2-point lead for Eric the Scope Shizzle with just one throw to go. We'll see if maybe Feenstra goes for a kill shot here.
Well, we've seen Eric the Scope throw a couple 4s here in this matchup, Joey, so a bullseye in an Eric 4 would send this thing into sudden death overtime. Ooh, and it looks like a 5 for Eric,
5, Brandon.
and he seals the deal.
All right, good game.
So Eric the Scope Shizzle getting his 10th win of the season, 48-46 over Brandon Feenstra.
Well, Eric the Scope, lucky to come out with this victory here, Joey. He let that door open for Brandon to hang around, and Brandon did make a game of it coming down to that 10th throw, but a nice ice in his veins throw there by Eric the Scope to hit a 5 to really seal the deal. A 48-46 victory, improving his record to 10-3. Brandon falls to 6-7, but getting closer and closer to that 50 mark.
Absolutely. As for Eric Shizzle, a little below the kind of game you'd expect from him, a few 4s sprinkled in the way. We'll see how he responds here later on in week number 4. We've got a lot more action to bring you here in week number 4. It's all coming up. Stay tuned for more Battle Axe here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here on MC22. Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford from the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa. We're off to a great start here in week number 4, and the action is just getting started. If you've been watching this season, you've probably noticed that Chris D'Onofrio has been aggressively going for kill shots. He's been going for them often at times he doesn't even need to go for them. Here's D'Onofrio on why he's been so aggressive with the kill shots.
So kill shots are mandatory. You go to tournaments, you got to have kill shots, or you're not going to win matches. Especially when you get farther in the tournament, you have to take those kill shots. If you're not taking the kill shots, you're going to lose that match. That's the bottom line. So right now, it's all about dialing that kill shot in. So when I need it, I'm confident and I can go up and I can relax and just throw.
Chris D'Onofrio hoping this strategy will pay off big time when we get to the postseason, Bobby.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect, Joey, and it's something where, points are what matters the most, so you want to get comfortable throwing that kill shot sooner rather than later.
And it hasn't affected Chris's record all that much. He's off to a great start this season, and he's ready to go. Here in week 4, Chris D'Onofrio taking on Sarah Fitting. D'Onofrio off to a 10-2 start on the season. Fitting with an impressive record as well, 7-5.
Yep, Sarah, one of the top 10 players here in the league, putting up a nice average score, around 44 points a game, Joey. And as we know, Chris closer to that 51 average, but it is axe throwing, Joey.
5, Sarah.
Anything can happen.
Bullseye, Chris.
Nice start to this one for both Fitting and D'Onofrio.
We're getting a closer look. That was very close to being a bullseye, so Jenny getting in there to get a closer look. Not popping through both sides of that red bullseye there, but a 5 to start off the match for each competitor. Oh, wow. You can see Sarah was just holding on to that axe point. Her release point was just a little late there. So a devastating 2 on her second throw. Chris with a 4-point lead going into his third throw. Wow.
It's such a game of consistency and precision. Just
Correct.
one little mistake just can cost you a game.
Exactly. A slight hesitation. A nice response there. Looks like a 4 could be a 5, but yeah, just any kind of hesitation, Joe, you can hold on to that axe a little too long, or you can let it go a little soon.
Chris,
So,
4, Sarah.
which has devastating consequences.
Back-to-back bullseyes from Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. He's got a 6-point lead over Sarah Fitting after the first 3 throws.
Chance at a unicorn here for Chris. And then for Sarah, she's just got to focus on that 5 and 6 ring. She showed really nice stretches of hitting consistent 5s and 6s.
5, Sarah.
And just needs to eliminate that 2. I know it's sticking in the back of her brain. But you just got to put it behind you and focus on that board.
Well, Fitting picks up a point back from
All right,
D'Onofrio
good throw.
to
Chris is
get
up by
within
5.
5.
Yeah, so Chris with a rare 4 in his throw there. Chris, also one of the great competitors about forgetting bad throws and just focusing on that 5 and 6 ring. And there he proves it right there, Joey.
Right on cue. Another bullseye from D'Onofrio, his 3rd of the match. He's going to bring a 6-point lead into the second half of this one.
Sarah with a couple fives there going into the turn. Chris with a 6-point lead. We'll see if Sarah can make up some more points here. Looks like that's a
looks
5.
like a 5.
Yeah, looks like it's popping through in the bottom. Oh, and Chris with a flush bullseye.
He is really dialed in right
Bullseye,
now.
Chris. 5 Sarah.
Back-to-back bullseyes for the second time this match. He's thrown 4 bullseyes in his last 5 throws.
Another chance at a unicorn. We haven't seen a unicorn here tonight, Joey, so Chris with an opportunity again in this match. Sarah doing a nice job of consistent 5s, though. And it looks like that could be popping through on the right-hand side. We'll have to get Jenny in to get a closer look.
5 Sarah.
And it is another 5 there for Sarah.
5 Chris.
And D'Onofrio just missing that elusive unicorn.
So Sarah, though, with 4 consecutive 5s, excuse me, doing a really nice job of living in that 5 ring. And you know what's right around the corner, Joey? That's 6 bullseye.
Yeah, outside of that 1-2 she had on her second throw, this
For
has been an
Sarah, bullseye,
impressive
Chris.
round for Sarah Fitting.
Yeah, and as you can see there with Chris, another bullseye going into his 9th throw. Oh, and I think he's talking. I don't think he indicated, Joey, that he's going for a kill shot, but he did get a clarification on the score. So I think we know where his mind's at.
He's got to be considering it.
Looks like a 4 there for Sarah. It could be
5
popping
Chris.
through on the bottom part of that blade.
5 Sarah.
And it is. So Sarah with another nice 5 there.
All right.
Chris with a
last
9-point
throw, Chris is
lead.
up by 9.
And
Now he's
there's,
going to go for the kill shot.
there it is. Well, we knew he was going to be aggressive with it all season long, going for that kill shot. Sarah just doing a nice job putting on positive points on the board. An unfortunate throw there for her. Ooh.
Ooh,
But
I
that
think he
looks-
might have gotten that.
I think he might have.
Kill shot. Chris.
He did. Chris D'Onofrio with an exclamation point to
44
wrap up the
Sarah,
win here.
57 Chris.
57-44. D'Onofrio the winner over Sarah Fitting.
Yeah, very, very impressive score there. 57 with a kill shot on the 10th throw there for Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. Doing a really nice job. You can see just the 1-4, the 1 blemish on his score sheet there. And for Sarah, you know, she had that 2 on her second throw. If not for that, I mean, just consistent 5s, only 3 4s there in her round. So a really nice score, something really to build on and something to focus on, because we all know, Joey, getting stuck in that 4 ring is very difficult. So getting stuck in that 5 ring is not too shabby.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, when you get stuck in that 5 ring, you're just so close to being right with the very best of them when you start getting them into that red zone.
Absolutely.
Time for our next matchup here on Battle Axe. Stephanie PRINE taking on Everett Shure.
Well, of course, Everett Shore, no stranger to the kill shot. They don't call him Mr. Kill for nothing. So coming in with a record of 2-10, but still putting up some really positive points outside the top 10 this season. But as we saw in
Five Everett,
the
4
last
Haley.
league, Joey, Everett does a really nice job, can
Sorry.
really compete with anybody.
I'm used to Everett and Haley.
Off to a nice start here. A
And then
5
that
for
distracted
Shure
me
and
in
a
that throw. Is
4
that, like,
for
important?
PRINE.
And Stephanie Primetine coming in at 6-6,
Hey.
within the top 10 of the league, putting together a really nice league here, Joey.
I've been there. Have you ever been there?
Looks like a couple of
Sorry.
4s. We're going to have to
4?
see.
Stephanie, 4 Everett. I almost did it again.
So it looked like the top part of that blade could have been popping through there for Everett, but it wasn't popping through on that 5 ring on both sides of that wood there. So Everett with a 1-point lead going into the 3rd throw. Nice flush bullseye there by
Bullseye
Everett.
You can't throw it any better than
No.
that.
That was a really nice calm release point there by Everett.
So Everett Shure extends his lead to 2, 15-13 after the first 3 throws.
Of course, everyone's keeping it light. Always a friendly competition here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range. Another nice release point there by Everett.
5 Everett, 5 Stephanie.
And a nice throw there by Stephanie as well. So a couple of 5s going into the 5th throw, Joey. But
All right, 5th throw. Everett's up by 2.
one of the things, Joey, we always kind of talk about too is finding your release point. You know, finding that thing that you can really consistently hone in on. And as you can see with Everett's motion, there's not a lot going on. He's taking that. You can see he kind of took that axe back a little farther than normal with that throw there, resulting in a 4, but no ground lost to Stephanie. Still up by 2 going into the turn.
Yeah, we've got a good one here. Could have a fantastic finish in store between Shure and
4
PRINE.
and 4.
You can see the axe getting away from Stephanie a little bit there. She moved on from the Pink Lady a league ago, and now she's on to this next axe that does not have a name, Joey, but has put up some really good results for her. So still only down by 2. Anyone's game. Nice 5 there, it looks like, for Everett. We're going to have to get a ruling if it's popping through.
5 Everett.
And it is a 5.
Ooh, just a 5 for Everett Shore. He's now leading by 3 with just 3 throws to go.
Well, and again, Joey, not to jinx anybody, but something we've seen out of Everett this season, which is uncharacteristic from leagues past, is he's had a few drops already. So a nice throw there. Looks like that's a bullseye there for Stephanie, so stop the presses. It's a 1-point game, Joey.
2 throws to go. Everett Shore leading 37-36 after a big bullseye from Stephanie PRINE. What a time for the first bullseye of the match.
Well, it looks like a couple 4s and something, Joey, that we've always talked about. You left the door open. Now you got to finish the game. Got to stay strong. Match points. You can't give up any ground. So a 10th throw here.
It all comes down to this. Everett Shore clinging to a 1-point lead.
Ooh, it looks, and
5 Everett, 5 Stephanie.
wow.
Okay.
So Stephanie really close there. She did her job. She hit a 5. Everett's hit a number of 4s in this matchup, but he comes through clutch with a 5 on the 10th throw.
Everett Shore is the victor, 46-45. Great consistency here from both of these competitors.
Yeah, really nice job. You can see no 3s on the board, no drops on the board. Stephanie improves her record to Stephanie falls to 6-7. Everett improves his record to 3-10. But a really nice job by both competitors. You see a number of 5s there. Only a couple of bullseyes by both the competitors, but something that they're always working on and working to improve their game.
Everyone throwing in the 40s here in week number 4 on Battle Axe. A fantastic postseason should be in store, but we've got a long way to go before we get there. Much more from week number 4 coming straight up here on MC22. Stay tuned for more Battle Axe. Welcome back to Battle Axe here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford here to bring you all of the action in week number 4 of this 7-week regular season leading up to a double elimination postseason tournament. Beth Jen back for a second season here on Battle Axe. She's loved all the progression she's made, and she loves watching other players improve as well.
Well, I mean, last season, this was the first time I had ever thrown axes, and I was happy with how I did for the first time ever. And then coming in this season and still having new people in the league, it's been really fun to see their progression, and thinking back just to last season where I was at this time after 3 weeks, and to see how they're doing and just keep pushing everybody along. It's really cool, and it's really fun to play against new people and see their progression throughout the weeks, and everybody just wants everyone else to throw well and helps each other out, and it's just a really fun environment.
No doubt about that. Always a fun time here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range on Battle Axe.
Absolutely. Every competitor does a great job of really putting in the time, work, and effort to improve their game and also have fun, Joey.
And it's paying off for Beth Jen. She's made a lot of progress, and she's looking to keep it going. Beth Jen ready to take on Matt the Thunder Haas.
Well, there's a lot of fun going on in the league, but some people, Joey, are on a mission, and that is Matt the Thunder Haas. We all know he's coming after Brandon Feenstra. Going to take on Beth Jen, though, here in our Week 4 matchup.
Yeah, Matt Haas, he's not here really to have fun.
No.
He is here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to take down Brandon Feenstra.
And it will be an exciting matchup, win/if it ever comes, Joey. But something tells me the axe throwing gods are going to make it happen. Looks like a 4 there for Matt. And a 4 there for Beth as well.
4 Matt.
So a couple 4s. As we've seen before, it looks like Jenny's going to get a closer look. But it is a 4, ruled a 4. Definitely seen Beth Jen get stuck in that 4 ring before. She's put up a number of consistent 4s in games past. And Matt, as you would expect, no nonsense. He's just grip it and rip it.
4 Matt.
Well,
Same spot.
looks
and
like
it's so
nothing but
close.
4s here from Haas and Jen. 12 all after 3
Yeah.
throws.
Mm-hmm. So about staying in that rhythm. As you can see, Matt just steps up there. and just lets it rip. It's a fun approach, Joey. Oh.
Ooh, a devastating drop
And
there from
format.
Beth Jen. Something we haven't seen from her lately.
No, it's something we haven't seen from her. It's something that's been eliminated
right,
from her
fifth
game,
throw,
but
Matt is up
happens
by
to the
4.
best of them. Looks like the top part of that blade was just hitting the wood before the actual blade hit. But Matt now with a commanding lead. Looks like another 4 that could be a 5.
five.
No, it is not popping through on that left-hand side.
Format.
What a response from Beth Jen. She just had
Yeah.
the drop, and she comes back and throws a flush bullseye to get back within 2 heading into the second half.
Both competitors so locked in, they're forgetting to switch sides, but they are reminded. So Beth with the bullseye going into the 6th throw. Nice response there from the drop. Ooh.
Ooh.
Format. Bullseye. Beth.
Beth Jen heating up. Back-to-back bullseyes to tie it at 24 all. In just 2 throws, she goes from down 4 to being tied up.
It shows you just how fun and exciting axe throwing can be, Joey. You know, you're down by 4, you think you're out of the game. A couple throws later, you're all tied up. It looks like that's a 5 for Matt, but it was very close to being a bullseye there, Joey.
It is a 5, and the first 5 for Matt Haas, finally able to break free from the 4 ring. 6 straight 4s to start this one from Haas.
Right back to it. It looks like another 4. Maybe the axe popping through on the top part of that blade, but another
Bullseye
nice
Beth.
bullseye there by
Format.
Beth. She is really doing a great job of responding after that drop.
3 bullseyes in her last 4 throws, and this one gives her a 1-point lead over Matt Haas with just 2 throws to go.
Now she's got to keep the pedal to the metal. Matt has been throwing those consistent 4s. A 5 would really be huge, and that's going to be a very
Format.
close ruling here for
Beth.
Jenny, and it is a 4. So Beth's still with the 1-point
Last
lead,
throw, Beth is up
but
by
man,
1
she'd feel a
point.
lot more comfortable, I bet, if she had a 2-point lead.
One final throw to decide this one between Haas and Jen.
Ooh, and
Looks
Matt,
like a 5 for Matt
it's
Haas.
a 5 and
Ooh.
we're gonna have to get a ruling. Beth is hoping that's gonna be a 4, but it looks like a 3, Joey.
3. Beth.
Oh, she just missed a 4, and
All
that
right.
would have
Good
forced
game.
sudden death.
41
Instead,
Beth,
Matt
42
Haas
Matt.
comes up with a big 5 to get a 1-point win over Beth Jen.
Yeah, Beth Jen can't believe it. You see her getting a little closer look at that throw. Ever so close to being a 4, which would have sent this thing into sudden death overtime. But, wow, I mean, this is how axe throwing can go. Just huge highs and low lows. Beth with a devastating drop on her 4th throw, but a really nice response to take the lead by the 9th throw. But unfortunately for her, she gave it up on the 10th. But just a great job by Matt. All you got to do is tip your cap.
Yeah, this game really a microcosm of what makes axe throwing so fun to watch. Back and forth they went.
Correct.
The big comeback from Jen, and then it's Matt Haas winning on the final throw.
Yep, absolutely. Great match by both competitors. Matt improves to 8 and 5. Beth falls to 5 and 8.
Well, Matt Bradshaw, the leader, of course, here on Battle Axe, and here's the Magic Man on the experience this league offers.
It's a step. I think it's a stepping stone. Because usually what we have here is it's a rec league. People just want to get out and play. But if you get a couple of folks like Chris, myself, that want to be able to take this to the next level, this is a good place to hone in your craft and then be able to attend all these tournaments and be able to get that experience with the top tier throwers, because that's how you're going to measure yourself against the top players out there. So it's just like it's a rung of the ladder. You want to keep moving up and up and up. And the way to do that is through tournaments. League here gets us the ability to hone your throw in, make sure everything's in sync, you get your routine, you get your throw down, and then being able to take that from a mental standpoint to tournament play, which is completely different than league play. So I think it's a great way to start. But if you want to move on to the next level, you got to be able to participate in tournaments. You got to be able to talk to a lot of people, get all that experience, and hopefully you'll move your way up.
Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw just eats, sleeps, and breathes axe throwing.
Definitely a lot of words of wisdom there from the Magic Man, and it's something a number of the competitors here in this league, Joey, are always looking to take their game to that next level, and definitely some great insight there from the Magic Man.
The Magic Man, a perfect 12-0 on the season. Matt Bradshaw, ready to go here in Week 4. He's going to take on Cody Yoakum. This could be a real good one.
Absolutely. Cody Yoakum, another competitor that's always looking to take his game to the next level on that journey of axe throwing, coming in with a record of 10 and 2. Matt with a perfect 12-0 record. Yeah, you're right, Joey. This is going to be a dandy.
Let's get it on. Bradshaw versus Yoakum.
And you see there, it looks like a 4 there for Cody, not far off from the 5 ring. And, of course, what would you expect? Nothing else from Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, but a bullseye to start this match off.
The Magic Man, of course, our defending champion, looking to become the first back-to-back champion in Battle Axe. He, of course, won our first season of Battle Axe, too. So,
Yeah.
2-time champion, Matt Bradshaw, going for his 3rd title.
Well, and that's what's so fun, Joey, about the double elimination tournament. It's really anyone's to win. I mean, it is a gauntlet, and Matt would attest to that. It is a gauntlet, especially when everyone's gunning for you. So just really exciting action here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range, and that Week 8 tournament should be really fun.
Yeah, as dominating as Bradshaw has been each and every season, he's only won it 2 of the 5 times we've crowned a champion.
Correct. So Matt, definitely the top competitor in the league, or one of the top competitors in the league. And as you can see there from, we've talked about it before, Joey, those 4s when you're playing up against somebody like Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, they might as well be 2s or 3s because they're going to create such a deficit that's almost insurmountable at some point to come back from. So Cody's got to do a better job of eliminating those 4s and finding that 5 and 6 ring.
Look at that focus from Cody Yoakum.
Yep, intense focus, and it paid off. That looks like a nice flush bullseye. Ooh. Not to be outdone. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw.
Bradshaw really dialed in
5th
right
throw.
now.
Matt
3
is up
bullseyes
by
in his
4.
first 4 throws. He's got a 4-point lead.
Well, and another thing, too, Joey, that we've seen in leagues past is that, Matt has a really patient approach to throwing. He gets set. He takes his time. He throws when he's ready. And that can be kind of intimidating to a competitor because they're kind of in their head thinking, what's he doing over there? Why isn't he throwing? So it's some mental mind games going on.
5, Cody.
No doubt.
Matt.
And there just has to be an intimidation factor as well when you're going up against a player as good as Matt Bradshaw, a 2-time champion, off to a perfect start here in season number 4 as well.
Yep, so Cody doing a nice job with the last couple throws, and you can just see that axe getting away from him. Doing a nice
Cody,
nice job in the
bullseye
last
Matt.
couple throws, though, of getting away from that 4 ring. Unfortunately, finds the 4 ring there. Matt with a commanding 6-point lead going into the 7th throw. But it's really important for Cody to focus up. Don't worry about the outcome of this game. Put up some positive points. Try to carry it over to your next match. Looks like at least a 5. That could be a bullseye
Matt.
if the bottom part of that blade is popping through.
Bullseye,
And
Cody.
that's why everyone loves the Magic Man, Joey. Even when he gives up a point, still gives some dap.
Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, just a great sportsman. Just loves the game.
Loves the game, loves the competitors, and just loves the environment down here at Bustin Axe Throwing Range. And Cody with a nice job of a bullseye there.
Bullseye, Matt.
And it
5,
looks like a
Cody.
5 there for Cody. So Matt responds, gets that point back from Cody Yoakum. Another 6-point lead going into the 9th throw. But Cody, now a couple throws of eliminating those 4s. Let's see if he can build on it. Again, that intense focus. You just have to stare. You only have to see that red, Joey. And it looks like that could be a flush bullseye.
Bullseye.
And there you go.
Matt Bradshaw pumped up to see his competitor Cody Yoakum throw a bullseye right after he threw one of his
Last
own.
throw.
Absolutely.
We'll see if
10th throw,
Bradshaw
Matt's
can
up by 6.
put a bow on this baby with a unicorn.
Yeah, and it's another thing, too, that we've seen with Chris. He's going for those kill shots when he knows he has the game locked up or even at points in the games. We haven't seen that necessarily as much from Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. So come tournament time, that could be a big factor. Another nice bullseye, and we have our first unicorn of the day here, Joey.
Bullseye, Matt.
Oh, it's going to be
Bullseye,
close,
Cody.
but a nice finish.
Oh, cute.
We're having fun here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range. Matt Bradshaw
so close
having
to
the most
unicorn.
fun.
Matt,
He
you did get a unicorn.
wraps up another win with a unicorn. 57-51 Bradshaw over Yoakum.
Yeah, Cody with a nice performance there. As you can see, though, those 3 4s on the 1st, 3rd, and 6th throw, Joey, were really the tail of the tape here. So that was really what put him behind the 8 ball and really allowed Matt to be in the driver's seat this entire time. But still an impressive round of 51, a nice response, no 4s from his 7th throw on, but Matt with just a nice job of consistent 5s and 6s, ending with a unicorn, proving his record to 13-0. And Cody falls to 10-3.
Once again, Matt Bradshaw is the man to beat here on Battle Axe. We've got a lot more action to bring you straight ahead here on MC22. Stay tuned for more Battle Axe. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa. It's been a great week number 4 here in our 7-week season leading up to a double elimination postseason tournament. We've still got a couple matches to go here on Battle Axe. First up, Stephanie PRINE will take on Casey Laser Wolf Nines.
Start when you're ready.
Yes, so Stephanie PRINE, second match of the night here for her. She comes in with a record of 6-7. Casey with a record of 10-2. A nice start there by Casey. It looks like that could be a bullseye popping through on the right-hand side here, Joey.
Yeah, five
Ooh.
It's so close.
Just missed a bullseye.
Wow, about as close as you can get, and Laser Wolf gets an extra look there. So it is ruled a 5, a 1-point lead going into the second throw.
Now, Stephanie PRINE, of course, earlier today we saw her lose a heartbreaker by 1 point to Everett Shore, but she played well in that matchup. She's really playing consistently.
She is, and another almost carbon copy throw here by Laser Wolf. It's ever so close, and you can see the frustration on his face. He is very close to that bullseye, but unfortunately it's a 3 there for Stephanie PRINE, so something we didn't see out of her in her first matchup, Joey. That 3 on a second throw, though, gives Casey a 3-point lead.
I may have given her the old announcer's jinx, just talking about how consistent she had been, and then PRINE throws a 3, but she responds there with what looks to be certainly a 4, and it is a 4. Meanwhile, it's been 3 straight 5s from Casey Nines.
Yeah, we talk about consistency, too. I mean, you can see just how close each of those throws have been for Casey Laser Wolf Nines. So he is not missing that 5-ring or bullseye by much. It looks like that could be a 4 there for Casey if it's not popping through on the top end part of that blade.
Well, we just need to stop talking about consistency.
That's true.
We've jinxed Nines and PRINE both at this point. Nines with a 3-point lead after 4
Casey's
throws.
Up by 3.
Yeah, Stephanie able to make up a point here. There, it looks like Casey has found that bullseye ring, and we'll see if that's ruled a 5 there for Stephanie. Unfortunately, it's not, and it is ruled a 4. It's a way that her axe hits the wood, Joey, that you can it can really be devastating for lack of points. You know, sometimes she hit that 4 there, but it was so close to being a 5 in that 5 ring. But it's just how that blade hits the wood.
Well, Nines and PRINE, they were so focused in, they forgot to switch sides there for a moment as well. They laugh it off, and Nines off to a great start here on the other side. Back-to-back bullseyes and a shot at a unicorn.
Well, Casey was working so hard to get that first bullseye, and by the time he got it, now he has to switch sides. So I can understand why he wanted to stick over there, but responded nicely with the bullseye. Almost a foot fault there, Joey, but the score was called, so he can step over that line. But another 3 there for Stephanie. Definitely not something she wants. Looking to focus up, find that 4, 5, and 6 ring again.
Great focus from Laser Wolf. He's been playing really well here in this one.
Yep, Axe getting away from him a little bit there, but doesn't lose any ground. Stephanie with a 4 as well. 40-31 going into the 9th throw. Maybe we'll see if Casey Laser Wolf Nines takes a shot at the kill shot.
He certainly got some room to play with here.
Nice bullseye there.
Casey 4, Stephanie.
Casey Nines with an 11-point lead heading into the final throw.
Last throw,
So
Casey's up by 11.
He's one of those guys that really wants to focus on his consistency of throwing. Like, he really wants to just kind of find that 5 and 6 ring. He'll tackle the kill shots when they come.
5 Casey, 4 Stephanie.
But a nice showing there, a nice 5, nice way to end it for a round of 51.
39 Stephanie.
Casey
51
Nines
Casey.
gets his 11th win of the season, 51-39 over Stephanie PRINE.
Yeah, so as you can see, Joey, on the 2nd and 7th throw, Stephanie with those 3s there really didn't do herself any favors. Falls to 6 and 8 with a score of 39. Definitely something Stephanie wants to improve on for the rest of the matches on week 4 and throughout the league. Casey Laser Wolf Nines, what can you say? I mean, model of consistency, a number of 5s, only a couple 4s, and 3 6s for a score of 51. Definitely looking to build on that in some next matches as well. But a great showing by him.
No doubt, yeah. If he can just turn a few of those 5s into 6s, he could make a deep run and possibly bring home a Battle Axe championship for the first time in his career. Hannah BROESSEL ready to go, and she's going to take on Casey Nines in a sibling rivalry here.
Sibling rivalry, and Casey, don't go very far. You got another match to play here. So Hannah coming in at 7-5. Casey, as we just saw, improves his record to 11-2. Nice 5 there to start, but Hannah with a flush bullseye to get things started. Will not be intimidated by Big Brother.
No, she will not. Hannah Brussel has played very well this season, and she's going to look to take down her brother here at the end of week 4.
Well, we heard Matt talk about in his interview about the progression of players and, that journey that every player is on. And we've been fortunate enough to have Hannah in the league and witness her journey as well. She's definitely improved as a player, becoming one of the top competitors in this league. Looks like that could be a 5 there popping through in the top part of that blade. It's a 5 there for sure for Hannah.
5, Casey.
Ooh, he just got the top of the blade into that 5.
Right. You can see it, though, from here. It was just popping through on both sides of that 5 ring. So still a 1-point lead here for Hannah going into the 4th throw. Ooh. Do we have the reverse of this one? Here's the bottom part of that blade popping through in the 5th 5 ring there.
I think it is.
Oh, it's ever so close. Jenny's going to need to get a closer
Casey.
look. Ooh, and it's ruled a 4.
So that's a break for Hannah Brussel to keep it a
All right,
1
throw,
point lead.
Hannah's up by
Yeah,
1.
no ground lost. Very fortunate.
Hannah's
As you
up
can
by
see,
1 point.
Hannah wanted
Jeez.
another...
She's talking a little trash.
Yeah, wanted to hear that score one more time. There you go. So keeping things loose, that's how you got to play. Looks like a 5 there for Laser Wolf. Ooh!
5, Casey, bullseye, Hannah.
Wow.
And another bullseye there for Hannah.
Her second of the match. She brings a 2-point lead into the second half.
I only see 1.
Brussel and 9 switching sides. We've got a great one brewing.
We do, and as we saw with the Thunder and Beth Jen playing earlier, I mean, anything can
5,
happen.
Casey.
It can the tide can change very quickly. So looks like Casey got a point there, a 5, and Hannah threw a 4. So it is a 1-point game going into the 7th throw. Casey just needed to switch sides and go back to the right-hand side of the blade there, and that looks like a nice flush bullseye.
Bullseye,
Ooh.
Casey, 4, Hannah.
Ooh,
Wow, Joey.
you can see the disappointment on Brussel's face. That one got away from her, and Nines takes full advantage. He goes from being down 1 to having a 1-point lead.
1-point lead, neck and neck. It looks like that could be a 5 there for Laser Wolf, and it looks like
5,
that's a
Casey.
bullseye there, Joey. We're going to need a closer look, but I think I see some red popping through on that right-hand side.
That is correct. It's a bullseye for Hannah Brussel. How about this? We're all tied up, 39 apiece with 2 throws to go.
Well, we knew this match was going to be close, but, man, this is just neck and neck, back and forth. High pressure, high leverage throws, and it looks like Casey with the bullseye
Bullseye,
and not to
Casey.
be outdone.
Bullseye,
Hannah Brussel with the answer.
All right. So last throw, and you're
So
tied
Happy
at 45.
Feet responds with the bullseye. All tied up going into the 10th throw. No pressure here, Joey.
This is incredible. We've saved the best matchup for last here in week number 4. One final throw to decide this one, unless, of course, we get sudden death.
Ooh, and Joey, I think we are heading to sudden death here. So 5s all around on the 10th throw. So for anyone new watching, sudden death, they have to go for a kill shot. Closest to the kill shot wins. If you hit it, that is a victory. If they both hit the kill shot, Joey, they have to go to the other kill shot. And we just go back and forth until there's a winner.
Here we go. Brussel and Nines in sudden death.
So Casey with a shot there. Very close to the kill shot.
Oh! Hannah Brussel
Wow.
with a dagger.
Wow.
She nails the kill shot and takes down Laser Wolf.
Well, and
You
you
were
can
tied-
hear just that crowd going crazy, everyone watching that matchup intensely. Hannah with a ice in her veins kill shot there to end the game. Wow, what can you say? Just back and forth, full 4 bullseyes there for Hannah Happy Feet Brussel, and only a couple bullseyes there for Casey Laser Wolf Nines. But, man, what a game.
Little sister takes down big brother. You couldn't have scripted a better storyline.
Hannah improves her record to 8-5. Casey falls to 11-3, but I don't think he's going to hear the end of this anytime soon.
No doubt, and what a perfect way to wrap up a thrilling week 4 of action. Let's throw it down to Hannah Brussel to get her thoughts on this thrilling win.
Well, I was really chillaxing the last few weeks, and And this week I decided, like, I really got to sharpen up my game, get to it. I had the best game I've ever had with Casey. I beat him. It was really fun going into sudden death and nailing the kill shot. Only time I can hit a kill shot, but I nailed it. And it's always been fun playing my brother, and he's always been one of the most exciting games to play. I've never been able to keep up with him, and today was a good victory.
Every time we ask Hannah Brussel questions, she just nails the answers, Bobby.
Absolutely, without a doubt, Hannah, always sharp and ready to answer. So, yeah, just an exciting matchup. Great way to end up week 4, and looking forward to this week 8 tournament, Joey.
Yeah, can't wait. We're just a few weeks away, but first, it's time now for our post-game wrap-up. Well, 4 weeks of regular season action in the books and 3 weeks to go until the double elimination postseason tournament. Surprise, surprise, Matt Bradshaw standing alone atop the leaderboard, a perfect 16-0, averaging nearly 56 points per game. Behind Bradshaw, it's Chris D'Onofrio, Casey Nines, Hannah Brussel, Cody Yoakum, Eric Schizzle, Brandon Feenstra, Sarah Fitting, Stephanie Prine, and Beth Jen.
Yeah, just a great group of competitors, some impressive scores, and some exciting action.
For Bobby Bradford and the entire MC22 crew, I'm Joey Dania signing off from the Bustin Axe Throwing Range. We'll see you next time here on Battle Axe.